sucker.
Cali Toenail. And also, or London comes back and says, did Big E have a better run than Lashley? I don't think so.
I don't think he had a better run than Lashley either. But there again, just look how long Bobby has been grooming compared to Big E.
Bobby's in his late 40s, right?
See, I mean, come on.
40s.
He's got to be in his mid, or just got early. I'm not sure. I don't want to throw the man's age out there or anything like that.
Well, that's how Wikipedia starts away.
But let's think about it. The grooming time for Bobby Lashley compared to Big E. Just what I was just talking about a second ago, getting to that point to where when you do get there, you're ready to go out there and have those type of matches. You're ready to go out there and look dominant and put yourself in position to, there again, have a good run as world champion. And Bobby actually got a taste of it when he went to TNA and became world champion.
Mm-hmm.
That gave him a chance to actually know kind of like what it feels to run the company. When you run the company, man, you go out there and you beat these guys up. You ain't got to do nothing else. And I think Bobby figured that out over there. And as well as, Bobby got a chance to sit under the learning tree for a minute. And I always told Bobby, man, go out there, just take care of business. It ain't about frills or anything like that. And I think you'll get over more than anything. And we see the result. Bobby Lashley has had a hell of a run, and he's got another run in him as well. Before the thing, or maybe two, before the thing is over with. Like I said, I saw Bobby get out of about a 45-foot bus last week.
Let's go, Bobby. You know what?
Yeah. He had a train. He had a train of honeys walking out before him. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what is going on here? Bobby has definitely reached to the next level, because you ain't getting one of them buses unless you drawing numbers, man. So I'm like this here, bro. Bobby has been grooming to get to this position, and I'm just glad he got there, because Bobby should have been there a whole lot sooner. After I left WWE the first time, I really left the door open for Bobby Lashley. I say, man, I thought he was the heir apparent that was going to step in my spot and just keep on rolling. But he left too. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the hell are you thinking, man? But coming back was definitely a great move for him. And I'm just glad to see him doing well.
Well, you know what? And to me, look at that right there. Bobby Lashley winning the title in his 40s, right? After debuting in, I think he debuted in 05, somewhere around there. So we're talking, 15, 16, 17 years later when he finally wins the title. And not only finally wins the title, but becomes the Bobby Lashley that we've always known that he was going to eventually be, right? This is the best run Bobby's ever had. Ever.
I think so.
Far. This is the best work that he's done. It's the best presentation of Bobby Lashley, the character. His in-ring stuff is more believable than 99% of people in the world right now, in my opinion. This is the best run he's ever had. And it's taken to him to this point. So now go back to Big E, right? If you think that Big E's first title reign, you're like, oh, I don't like how they did it, whatever, Big E deserved better. Let's give the benefit of time and see where this thing goes. Because Booker T's first title run was cool, but Booker's last title run was the best of his career.
I think so too.
And that was 6 years later, 7 years later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's let Big E cook for a second before we write him off, or before we write WWE off and say, oh, another lackluster booking of a champion. Oh, Big E deserved better. Look what they did to Big E. Justice for Big E. Before we get down on that, this was a last-minute decision. WWE was booked into a corner. They wanted to give the fans something spectacular in their main event. Guess what they did? They went out there and they delivered. Everybody was shocked. Everybody said how awesome the main event was. We now have Brock Lesnar as the champion with 3 potential opponents already lined up: Big E, Bobby, and Roman. 3 marquee pay-per-view, sell out the house matches already in front of them. It's like choose your path forward. So let's not write off Big E right now, because I think that this is good for the long term, in my opinion. And that's me being an optimist. Maybe it's misguided, but I think it's good for the long term.
No, it's great for the long term. I agree with you 100%. And I think Big E I think Big E is going to be happy going forward as far as his position go, because I think Big E has worked himself into a position where he has to be worked at a certain level right now. He can only work with certain guys right now. I think he's more than anything proved himself as champion, as being a guy that should be looked at in that big picture all the time. And that's just something that you got to work to that position right there. It just don't happen for you. People, a lot of people say, well, Booker was a mid card guy. I was a mid card guy. I was I wasn't really a lower tier guy, but I would say I was a mid card guy to an upper tier guy all the time. And my mid tier guy was mid tier. As mid tier, I was a tag team champ. Or something like that.
Right.
I wasn't the world champ, you know what I mean? I might have been the Intercontinental champ, that was my mid tier, so being anywhere in that position for the remainder of your career, like a Big E has worked himself into right now, he's gonna make a boatload of money going forward, and I think he's gonna appreciate that at the end of the day more than anything.
Can you dig it, sucker?